Hi, my name is Lucas Whalen and I'm in 12th grade at Lacey Township High School. I am in the STEM Academy and for my capstone project I am looking into the jet lag effects in NFL athletes. Some of you might be wondering what jet lag actually is. So jet lag is a temporary sleep disorder which occurs when you quickly travel across multiple time zones. It is from when your interior body clock is not in sync with the cues in the new time zone. Some of the cues include eating times and light exposure. Some of the symptoms include fatigue and difficulty concentrating. This could affect NFL athletes because there are NFL teams all over the country. So whenever an East Coast team has to play a West Coast team, one of the teams have to travel across the 3 time zones that are in the United States to get to their opponent's stadium so they could play the game. I wanted to look into this to see if there is actually an effect on the athlete's performance by looking to their winning percentages, so whenever an Eastern time zone team would travel across the country to play a Pacific time zone team, and vice versa. I started this process at the beginning of the Super Bowl era, so from 1967 to present day 2020. I completed this long and rigorous process by going to a website called ProFootballReference.com, looking into the schedules of all the Eastern time zone teams and their performances and records whenever they played across the country on the West Coast. I did this process whenever a West Coast team played on the East Coast as well. I completed this process and looked into the all-time NFL away records for all the teams in the league so I could have something to compare my results to. After doing all my research, I was able to conclude the Pacific time zone teams are able to win at a lot higher rate when they're playing across the country compared to the Eastern time zone teams, so you can see on the graph. I also looked into the individual teams' winning percentages when they were playing across the country, so you can see that the teams above the red line are teams that have a history of playing good across the country, while the teams below it usually do not play so good across the country. The last graph is a graph of the winning percentages of all the teams playing across the country, and in this graph you can see by the line of best fit that there's a gradual increase in the away team's winning percentage, which leads me to believe that the team's technology when dealing with jet lag is ever so slightly improved and gotten better. Overall, this project was important because it allows us to see the impact of jet lag, which could lead companies and teams to try and develop better technology and improve their means of transportation when they are traveling across the country or simply just across multiple time zones.